Good morning, everybody. I extend a warm and loving welcome to you all in virtual world to our divine service at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. We have two mediums with us here this morning. We have Mary Ward and Anna Ryan. They will be working as our mediums today. Also, I want to point out that we're live streaming from Facebook and YouTube, and also live streaming from Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. We've got 6 people here with us this morning as a part of an experiment, as I'm calling it, see how we can get people seated when we reopen. And if it works well today, I'm hoping to have more people back next week as well. But we officially open here first Sunday in June. So I hope you've all had a good week so far. I know Jackie and I have not been too bad. We've had a busy week. I don't like the change of weather, this coldness, but hey ho, that's how life is. So let's extend our service by asking our medium to open our service with prayer.
Good morning, everybody. Please can I ask you to take a breath and just close your eyes. Heavenly Father, Divine Spirit, we thank you for bringing us all together in our rooms, in our homes, wherever we are. The world of technology has been able to bring us all together as one. I ask, dear Father, for those that are less fortunate than ourselves. I ask for those that are on beds of sickness, be it in mind, body or soul. Please help them, Father. I also ask for those who are struggling this day, because sometimes it's very hard to get out of our bed. I ask for the animal kingdom, because man is not as kind to our animals as they should be. And I ask for Mother Earth, because for all she provides us, she has needed this rest period. I ask, Father, if I am to be a channel for you today, then please can it be in love, in light, in truth and harmony, and some fun and laughter too. Thank you. Amen.
Well, friends, thank you very much, Mary, for that opening prayer. Let us keep that prayerful thought for healing of mind, body and spirit, for all our family and friends that we know deeply inscribed in our hearts and our minds, that they receive that healing balm. And this morning, can I ask you all to pray for the people of India and that the government find strength and understanding to start controlling the pandemic as best as they can. We also pray for Amber, Kelly and Stephen, Tracy Jones, Brenda Dean, Jackie, Jill, Peter Dwyer and Peter Glover, Rachel and baby Jack, a lady called Diana. And this morning, if I can ask you to also pray for Margaret Bartley. It's the 16th anniversary of her husband's passing, and she always finds this time of the year quite difficult. And Fred, who passed, was a lovely fella. Didn't know him well. I've got to know him better since he passed than when he was alive. But he's very close to Margaret. Margaret's had quite a momentous few weeks. She's moved home. She's got a lovely new home. And we pray for them all. Heavenly Father, we ask a prayer and blessing upon all those we have prayed for this morning. We also ask for those names deeply inscribed in our hearts and our minds and healing books everywhere. We pray also for the doctors, nurses, therapists, healers all that administer healing in their own unique way. Into thy hands, O Lord, we commend the spirits of those people we have prayed for, knowing with thee, through divine law, thy will shall always be done. Amen. Can we now say the serenity prayer? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So mote it be. Friends, it comes to the part of the service where we ask you, if those who can, please donate to the Wimbledon Church. It's all on our website, and the PayPal account is www.paypal.com, PayPal me at LAD Promotions. I'm extremely grateful for all of you who are already donating to that site. It's helping the church immensely, and I thank you for it. But even £1, be grateful from everyone. I'll be really grateful for. So thank you all for doing that this morning. Now I'll mention a few names on the screen. Good morning from Australia. Hello, Maura. Welcome. I hope you enjoy our service. Got family in Brisbane, we have. Emma Jane, good morning, welcome. Evening and blessings again from Australia. Hello, Danielle. Christina Maris, good morning, hope you're well. Beth Dixon, good morning and welcome. Val Apperton, good morning, Val, how are you? I hope you're well. Kaylee, good morning, how are you? I love your pictures on Facebook with the family, they're terrific, thank you. Pamela Roger, thank you, good morning to you. George Wood, good morning, George. Look forward to welcoming you back here quite soon. Stacey Shaw, good morning. It's lovely to see you again. Owen Williams, good morning. Looking forward to have you back here, Owen, when you're ready. Glenys, good morning. Welcome. Lovely picture. Cheryl Boxall, hello, Cheryl. I hope you're well. Donna, good morning. I hope you're well. Christina Ella, thank you. Carol Wood, good morning and welcome. And one more, Kaylee Byrne again. Good morning, Kaylee. Well, friends, didn't hear that, Richard, sorry. Okay, now I've got the reading this morning. I've found a new friend, as it were, guy called Les. I spoke to him a few months ago because we were doing some research, those who've watched Jackie's show on a Wednesday and Thursday about history of spiritualism. He knew Robin Stevens, who was the minister for Jackie and I when we got married here at Wimbledon. And Les sent me a teaching which I wanted to share with you this morning. I'm not going to share it all, but I will share most of it. It's the first time it's been there. I've asked his permission to read it and he's extremely pleased that I can. So, the soul condition that you are in is independent of your level of understanding of your own humanity. If you have your mental faculties in good order and your emotions are under control, then the spiritual pendulum of truth will sway favourably in your direction. It is a balancing act of altruism to engage into the living and giving service to others before self-interest, but you cannot deny that there are moments when vexation becomes an uncomfortable setting, and therein, if you are in a dark bracket of mood, it's harder to be pleasant at most. It can appear at these searching times unavoidably, and often discord does come and overcomes the siege of your mental blockade. But it is to bring out the generous gift of light that your soul has to offer from within. When you are facing discontentment, vexation in your soul, do not let the sunshine of your smile become continuous frowning. Experience it and it will pass and things will shine again. No one has ever had a perfect life, let alone the answers to be flawless in everything, but you will excel in the best way you can by accepting your higher self. Feeling not good enough is a common outlook on life for most people, but I want you to try to do better and to be better. Families often argue and express disappointments, but that does not mean they always care less. Communication between people is built upon a foundation of trust, but the misdeeds are many, can change things, but you must value truth. Happiness is a light, and a kind act of humanity will dispel the darkness we find within ourselves. The fear and mistakes that we all encounter are part of our existence. So we learn to embrace, acknowledge, to adapt and overcome these pains, as so to recognise that when we are in good condition, your eternal soul will have a greater understanding of life that is there in front of you. We are the words, ask blessings upon these words, and thank Les for sending this and sharing this with me this morning. I'm now going to ask our medium, Mary, to give the address. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
I might need to bring that down a bit.
The perfect life. Wouldn't we all like to have the perfect life? I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, oh, what would you do if you won $1 million? And I thought about it and I thought, actually, I don't quite know. There was a few years ago when I would have quite easily spent 5 million or given 5 million away I don't need 5 million. I don't need 1 million. I have my family. I have my friends. I have my health. That to me is the most perfect gift that God can give me. A few years ago, I was quite ill and God gave me my life back. So for me, my life is the most important thing. And friends, I share with you today that the perfect life, I don't think there is one. Happiness is man-made. Happiness is from within. Happiness is what we all crave. Happiness is what we find for ourselves. Happiness is what we make it. And do we trouble ourselves to put ourselves out to do this or that or the other? We're very quick to judge. We're very quick to say something about somebody and think, oh, I don't like that, or I don't like that. But are we quick to give praise? And that's what we need, friends. We need to give praise and love. We need to share that love. We need to give that kindness, be it just a smile or maybe just a telephone call, something that we wouldn't normally do. Put yourselves out this week and put yourselves in somebody else's shoes. Put yourself forward to say, I will be that friend. I will help you. Do you want me to help you? Some people don't want help and they don't expect help, but others really need help and find it difficult to accept help. But if you went along and said, is there something I can do? Can I just pop around the shops for you? Can I just perhaps get you a paper? That, friends, is kindness. That is love. And that, to me, is what life is all about. It's giving to one another, sharing with one another. Being able to be with other people of like mind is wonderful. But this pandemic has taught me that by being together virtually, we can be all across the world. And it doesn't matter where we live or who we are. Other people suffer the same way that we do. And friends, there are people that can't even make it out of their houses, maybe can't even make it out of their beds. And so for them, I say, trust in the Lord, because the Lord will always provide for you. He will give you the courage and the strength to face each new day. And I say, God bless you, and thank you for listening.
Well done, Mary. Thank you. Well, thank you, Mary. Thank you for that lovely words of wisdom. Now, friends, we're coming to that part of the service where our mediums will demonstrate the gifts of the Spirit. If our medium should come to you, please answer yes or no. And please, by saying yes or no, answering what you're saying yes or no to. So if it's a man with a wooden leg, yes, I understand that wooden leg, or no, I understand the man with the parrot, but not the wooden leg. So please be clear in what you're saying. I remind you all, we're live, streaming live from here, Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. We've got a congregation of about 8 people here, and we've got you both in Facebook world and YouTube. So please listen to what the medium is saying. Please answer clearly yes, and what you're saying yes to, or no, what you're saying no to. That really helps the medium. So they're going to now work to the gifts of the Spirit. If they do come to you, please be clear. Friends, I hand you over to Mary and Anna, who will attempt to bring the two wells just a little bit closer. Thank you.
Well, this is my first virtual service in this way, so please bear with me, because I'm human, and obviously because I'm human, it makes me nervous. So the first connection I have a gentleman with me, and the gentleman, as he's coming forward, is finding it very, very difficult to move. So I know that his mobility would have been very, very hard. I do feel that he would have passed with a breathing difficulty. I feel that there was a respiratory problem, and that's what would have taken him to the world of spirit. I know that he's a dad and a granddad. I know also that he had the loveliest smile. And as he comes forward, very slowly be it, he's giving me this lovely, lovely smile and saying that he was a little bit gruff when he was on the earth plane. He also gives me a country feel. So I do feel that he liked the countryside very, very much. I also think that he tried to live in the country, but he wasn't in the country, so he lived on the edge of the countryside, is what I'm saying. Also, I feel with him that he has come to reach a daughter today, because he's talking about his daughter, and I do feel that the relationship between this gentleman and his daughter was strained, to say the least. Christine, is that Christine? Can she take? No, okay, I'll keep going. So as I link with him further, I do feel that he's reaching out to his daughter this morning. I do feel that he's saying to her that I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know that he would have worked manually. I see him with his sleeves rolled up. I also feel that he would have worked a hard job. I feel that he would have enjoyed digging and definitely would have liked digging his garden as well. Moira, I understand that you feel that this is like your dad. Would you understand, my darling, that there would have been a strained relationship between the two of you, possibly at the end or maybe for longer, I don't know, but I do feel that there was a strain between you. Does that make sense? Okay, I do feel then that I'm working with Moira, and Moira, he's come to say, my lovely, that I know that you're going through a very, very difficult time at the moment, and I know everybody is, because, you know, our freedom has been restrained, but I do feel that yours is more personal. I do want to say that there has been a disappointment around you, and I've also got to say that, you know, we learn from our mistakes, so please, you know, your dad didn't learn from his mistakes until he went to the world of spirit. But he's saying to you, learn from this mistake, my lovely, and just move on. So your message very much, my darling, is move on. And I hope that makes sense to you. So thank you for working with me, Moira. And I say God bless you. Okay, so my next connection, I have a lady here, and I know that this lady would have had severe back problems, because I have dreadful pain with my back. As I'm speaking to her, she is coming in. She's not very tall. She's like me. I'm 5'1", but I've got shoes on today, so that makes me a little bit taller. But I do feel that this lady was 5'1". I do feel as well that she was slim of build. I feel also that she went with a lung or kidney problem, because she's taken me to my lower back, which I know would have given her jip, but I also feel that it was lungs, like pleurisy or something like that, that she would have passed over with. I also feel with her that she was a nan. I like nan. It doesn't make me feel quite so old, so I like nan. Grandma's a bit old-fashioned for me, so I know that she was a nan, and I know that her family meant the world to her. I know also from this lady that she would have loved dancing in her earlier years, which is why she found it so frustrating towards the end, because her mobility, her back just gave out on her, really. I do feel that this lady was in and out of hospital in the last 5 years of her life, and I do feel that she has come today to reach out to a daughter and a son, So I also feel with this lady that she has come to say that there's many a time when you feel that she's with you, but you keep questioning yourself. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. I have to say that one of you, the son or the daughter, would have hurt a wrist recently, because I'm getting pain in my wrist, and I know that that is a connection with her. Okay, so Glenys, sounds like your mum. Okay, Glenys, I'd love to work with you. I hope that this is making sense to you. Glenys, would you understand, my lovely, that mum was... It's almost as though I'm going in and out of consciousness. Oh, a few people. Okay, right. So with this lady, I do feel that also towards the end of her life, she would have gone in and out of fluidity. So I feel that she would have remembered and then forgotten. So I don't know whether this was a condition or whether it is just that she forgot things, because I know what that's like, you know, we all forget things. But I do feel that she would remember some things and then not others. So I feel that sometimes she was more more able to communicate than others. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Tracy, so Tracy, you've hurt your wrist. Okay, my lovely. So would you understand this thing with Mum where she would remember sometimes and then not? So it's like I'm going in and out of fluidity. So does that make it possibly was dementia? Would you understand that? However, Tracy, I do feel that I'm working with you, my lovely, and I have to say to you that I get the feeling with you that you've had a big disappointment recently. And I have to say that, you know, in these times it's very difficult. And when we have a disappointment, it hurts. It hurts. And I understand that. But what I have to say to you is learn from it, my lovely. Learn from it. And please, you know, Mum is saying to you that one hurt doesn't make a life. So she's encouraging you to move forward, because I feel as though you've almost stopped your life because of this disappointment. And I have to say that life is for living. Every single moment, every single day, life is for living. So please, please, please move forward. And your message very much, my lovely, for today is onwards and upwards. And I say, God bless you, Tracy. Thank you for working with me. I have another connection, and my connection now is a younger woman. This lady I know would have gone with cancer. I know also that she was, I want to say late 30s. I don't feel as though I made my 40th birthday. I feel very much with this lady that she's making me take a breath, because I feel that her cancer would have started below the waist, but I also feel that it would have spread to her bones, and I was a relatively short time from the time of diagnosis to the time of passing. I do feel that this lady left family. I feel that there were 2 small ones that she left, and a partner. And I do feel that she is here trying to reach out to a friend. She's saying she's trying to reach out to her friend because her friend is with us today. I feel also with this lady that she had long dark hair. She was quite tall. She was about 5'4", 5'5". So to me, that's pretty tall. And also, I feel very much that she would have been. She would have had a fringe, and also long dark hair. I feel as well that she had a very articulate mind. She was very clever, and her children take after her. They are very good at what they do. And I do feel that has been an influence from the partner since she's been gone. I do feel that she's been gone a little while, and I do know that there was devastation, of course, when she passes. I feel with this lady that she's trying to reach out to her friend, because I do feel, friends, that there is someone with us today who would understand that they have had a real turnaround within the last month. And when I say a turnaround, I feel a change of job and a change of house, and possibly a change of partner too. So would anybody understand that a real big change, a real shake-up in their life over the last few weeks? That's who I feel that she's trying to connect with. So I don't think that.
Say that again, Richard.
Nothing yet. Okay, right. So with the lady that has passed, I'm getting the feeling that she would have loved music. She tells me she wasn't a very good dancer. She tells me that she used to go out with her friend and they would have a blast, but she didn't like the dancing because she felt that she wasn't very good at it. She also tells me that the friend was very good at dancing, so she would always be encouraging and say, come on, let's get up and dance, let's get up and dance. But of course, she was a little bit reluctant. I do feel that this friendship has spanned quite a few years, and I do feel that they grew up together, possibly from senior age or high school age, through to the 20s and 30s. So I do feel, okay. Right, so Billy Joe, you can accept that. Right, Billy Joe, would you accept in your life at this moment that you've had a massive change within the last few weeks? a real sort of upheaval. Does that make sense to you? Can I just ask you that, Billy Joe? Because I do feel that it's very important for me to say about change around the person I'm connecting to. Anyway, I'll keep going. Billy Joe, I do feel that I'm with you. So thank you for coming on today. And I have to say to you that I do feel that I've got to keep saying about these big changes. I do feel that there's a wish in your heart, and I do feel that you want to go somewhere else. So wherever you're living, I feel that there is distance that you want to travel. So whether it's to another country or whether it's to go up country or down country, I'm not sure. But I do feel very sincerely that it's you want to travel somewhere to start a new life is what I'm being told. Also, I feel very much, all right, lots of changes happening. Thank you for acknowledging that, Billy Joe. Okay, so would you accept that you would like to move quite a distance from where you are now, because it's important the person that I'm connect to wants to move quite a way away, and it's almost to start a new beginning, because I've got lots and lots of lots of other changes. Okay, right, I know Billy Joe, that I have to say to you that this will all happen when it's meant to. Everything is about divine timing, my lovely. And I have to say to you that, just keep hoping, keep praying, keep saying, keep asking for the spirit world's help. And I know that they will give you what you want. I also know that when you move, it will be a completely new way of life. It's like a complete turnaround. And I wish you luck with that. Also, your friend is saying, doesn't matter where you go in the world, I'll always be next to you, because that, sorry, you said it was your cousin, but to me, she's like a friend, because I have a cousin and we were like best friends. So to me, it's like a real true friendship. But she says that she's coming with you wherever you go. So never worry that she's not there with you. But your message from her today is, accept the change and look out for the new doors opening. So I hope that makes sense, Billy Joe. And I say, God bless you. Thank you for working with me. So, Anna, are we ready? My friend Anna's ready, so I'm going to pass you to Anna.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to say I'm actually Mary's fledgling. This is the first time I've actually worked at a church, stood in a church and worked. And I'm very grateful to Ray for having me here, because Wimbledon Church started my journey in spiritualism. I was brought here in a roundabout way by a wonderful medium by the name of Jill Hay and her wife Jo. So I'm very grateful to be here. I've had a lady with me while I've been sitting watching Mary work. She is a very tall, very thin lady, very short grey hair. She walked with a stick before she passed. Very much problems with her breathing. I think she was a very, very heavy smoker, and it's given me pain in my chest and my back. I feel that her back was somewhat curved, which was a different condition, so she had lots of things going on. She was a very glamorous lady when she was younger, and she was quite cross towards her passing, because she couldn't be quite as glamorous as she wanted to be. She stopped wearing her makeup. Stopped being able to go out and get her hair done quite as often as she'd like to. She's laughing because I'm wearing a cardigan very similar to what she would have worn. She liked very long, flowing garments. She liked to wear things that made her look quite glamorous, but also very comfortable, and I can definitely link to that. Hi, Danielle. Thank you. So could possibly be your nana. I'll give you some characteristics of hers that I'm getting. So she was a very straightforward lady. She's been very straightforward with me now. She thinks all of this is a little bit of nonsense. She can't actually quite believe that she's trying to come through a medium, because maybe when she was here actually on the earth plane, this wouldn't have been the sort of thing that she necessarily would have been involved in, but she's very glad to be able to communicate. Very straightforward, very straight speaking woman. She's saying, much like myself, she didn't always use the Queen's English. So there might have been a few little swear words chucked in now and again, which could often be quite embarrassing for yourself. You know, you'd be there, no, stop. She had a lot of family around her, Danielle. Oh, thank you. Thank you. She had a lot of family around her towards the end. You know, she's calling you real troopers. You know, you really came to her need when she needed you. And she had a lot of really good friends that she would consider family. So, you know, she wouldn't have said it, but she had friends that she'd certainly considered sisters. She never would have told them that at the time, though. And they were the sort of friends, she's saying, they would have a tenner on a bit of elastic. So this tenner would go to this house and back, and this house and back. You know, and the same with childcare, they would share childcare, and the children would be in and out of each other's houses. It was a real sense of community. But she's very grateful to you all for being there for her towards the end, because she wasn't always very loving. She wasn't always very forthcoming in her love, but she loved you all deeply. She's absolutely delighted that you're hearing this as well. You know, she's really, really chuffed to bits, and I'm really grateful. Thank you, Danielle, that she's chosen me to come through. So I'll leave that with you, Danielle. She loves you very much, and she's absolutely delighted to have connected with you today. So thank you very much. I just have one other connection with me at the moment. It's a chap, and he's actually wheelchair bound at his passing. He'd been wheelchair bound since mid-20s, maybe his 30s. And it was through an accident, through a car accident. He lived the latter part of his life in a wheelchair. Very smart man. Was liked to dress in a suit, liked to have a shirt and tie, would often have a waistcoat on. And no matter where he was going, so he might have just been popping to the corner shop, he would always be properly dressed. And it used to irritate him that he needed to be in this wheelchair, because he was a very proud man and he wanted to walk down the street with his head held high, and it irritated him that he was in a wheelchair. I believe he's trying to come through to speak to a daughter or a granddaughter. I think it's daughter. I'm getting the name Diane or Diana. And he's very apologetic. He's coming through today with an apology. Since he passed, he's tried many times to come through. You've had many, many messages, many bits of evidence. Things in the house have moved. Tellies have turned on and off, you know, all of those things that we all experience every day, but sometimes choose not to see. And that's him. He comes with an apology because towards the end of his life, he was angry. He was angry with his family. He was angry with the people that were trying to help him. He would sort of shoo you away. And I feel like the person that this message is for has had a lot of evidence in the past week to 2 weeks, and it's all been building up to this. And I really hope you're here, and I really hope you're getting this message, because it's been building up to this. It's been building up to this apology. He's really had to sort of steel himself to say, I'm sorry for the way that I behaved. But it wasn't his fault. I think he might have had some mental health issues that had been also brought on by the same accident, that had been overlooked. For his physical journey, his mental health had been overlooked. There were some people that would try and speak to him. I believe it was family, younger people in the family, that would try and speak to him about his mental health. And that in turn just angered him more, because he didn't want to acknowledge that. I'm very much getting a connection to the north of London. I don't know London very well, so I'm just seeing on a map, I'm seeing the north of London, and I believe that's where he had his younger years.
Anybody here understand it? No.
Okay. Well, that's all I'm getting for this gentleman. I really hope that, I feel that at some point during today, someone's going to pass that message on. If the person who it was for isn't here with us, I'm hoping that that message can be passed on because it's coming through very strongly. But I'll pass you back to Mary now. Thank you very much.
Alba, just as I was sitting there, I know I just have to say to you that I have a father influence in the world of spirit that has come in today to just give you a message and say, get on with the job. I have no idea whether that makes any sense to you, but I know that I have to give that to you. So I say, God bless Alba. I'm coming to my gentleman just in front of me here. I know, my lovely, that we have met before. And I know that you have a link with Australia, and I know that we have Australian friends linking in. So I do feel that you will have a communication from Australia. So whether there's regular emails that come or whatever, I'm not sure. Just now. Okay, well, that's great. Thank you. Wonderful evidence there. So forgive me, friends, just for a moment. I'm in the church here, but I know that I have a gentleman with me, and I know that he is... I want to get emotional with this gentleman. I feel very, very emotional. I feel very, very much that he has come to say, I am with you, I am with you. Now, I know that you're happy, and I know that you have a wonderful life, and I know that you have many adventures under your cap, as it were, because that's what he's telling me. But I also feel that there was a time when you shared a lot of adventures and love. So he really, my darling, has just come to say, I love you, I love you. I'm really, really pleased that you're happy and doing what you're doing. And perhaps like me, we've had to go virtual, but I know that there is lots of new doors opening for you this year. So I just have to leave that with you, my darling. All right. Also, I have to say that I have a gentleman coming in, and this gentleman coming in is an older gentleman. I do feel with this gentleman that he is gasping for breath. So I do feel that he would have had COPD, so would have had to use oxygen in the end. I do feel that he was quite begrudging of the fact that he didn't like to have the oxygen tank. So I do feel that maybe he moved from the oxygen tank to a small holdall of some kind, because I feel that it's like a shoulder bag, and I've got this oxygen on my shoulder. I do feel with this man that, again, he led a good life, and he was a man's man, very much a man's man. He takes me to the pub, so I know that I would have regularly gone to the pub, and I know that I would have met up with family and friends. I do feel that he had a wife and there were children and grandchildren, but he wasn't as communicative with his children or his grandchildren as he would have liked to have been, and that's how he's making me feel. I feel that he's about 5'10" in height, but again, as he got older, I do feel that he crouched a bit. I also feel with him that he would have worn glasses, and they would have irritated him because he keeps removing my glasses from my face. So he had to wear them because they helped him, but he begrudged having to wear them. I feel very much with this gentleman as well that he has come in very much so. I do feel that he would have had a problem with a foot as well. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Pauline. But I do know that whoever I'm trying to connect to, so Pauline, please tell me if this is you, I do feel that you've had a problem with a foot recently, because I know I have to send healing for a foot to the recipient. So I will keep going because I've now got someone else as well. With this gentleman, I feel, he's making me laugh. So I do know that he had a dry sense of humour, but I also know with him that he could be very, very demeaning is the word he's putting into my head. So I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, Pauline. So I do feel that I'm with Pauline, and I have to say to you, he is now so proud of you, my lovely. I do feel that he knew that there was a spirit world, but wouldn't have believed the way we believe. So, but now he's there, obviously. He's seen you grow and he's seen you work, and I am aware of Pauline. So I do have to say that he is very, very proud of you, Pauline. I am sending healing for for your foot because it's from, through and to, and I know that that has been to slow you down. So I don't know what you've been doing, darling, because I haven't met you for a long time, but I do feel that it's to slow you down, perhaps just have a little rest before you sort of start firing on all cylinders again. So your message very much for today is take it slowly, and I hope that makes sense, Pauline. I say God bless you. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Okay, so I have to say that I have a young man that's coming in, and I do feel that this young man would have passed over in an accident. And I do feel that I was on a motorbike or a motorcycle or two wheels. I know that I'm on two wheels. My head, I would have had a crash helmet on, so I'm going to go with the motorbike, because I do feel that I was going too fast round a bend. And it was just that I liked speed. And I have to say, in my younger days, that, you know, that was me. I was on the back of a bike all the time. So I can absolutely understand where this young guy is coming from. He just took the bend too fast. And I have to say that the person that he's trying to connect to, I feel, was very much in his life at that time, and it's almost as though they couldn't believe that he'd gone, and still can't, even though it's been a couple of years. I do want to say a couple of years he's been gone. So I do feel that he's trying to connect with a friendship, and I do feel that he wants to say to that person that, you know, I'm here, I'm here. I do feel that that person does feel his presence, but again, doesn't always acknowledge that presence. So, okay. I feel very much that he was an easygoing sort of guy, you know, in and out of jobs, but it didn't bother him because he always got another one. So where these days we are all fighting for jobs, obviously he was of the mind, well, I don't like this job, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to just get another one. And he did, bless him. He always did find another job. Nat, I do feel that I have to say to you, would you understand that you're a little bit unhappy in the work that you're doing? Because I feel that he's come back to say to you, when you're unhappy, change it, do something about it. And it's very, very strong in my mind that I have to say to you that he's asking you to change that. So I hope you can understand this. I mean, I haven't seen anything on my screen yet, but I hope that you can understand that there is something that's making you unhappy and he wants you to change that, okay? I know it's not always easy, but ask the realms of spirit for their help and trust that they will give it to you, because I know that they will. Maybe the circumstances aren't as easy to get out of at the moment, but keep trying, my lovely, and you will go on to bigger, better things. I'm absolutely convinced of that. So please take it into consideration when I say make that change. And that is your message, my lovely, for today. Make that change. So I say, God bless you. I know that I have to come to the church and I have to come to my lovely lady that's sitting there. Sorry, I have to take my glasses off for a minute. I have a gentleman that's connecting with me, and I know that from this gentleman, he is a love link. I want to give you a bunch of flowers, and I know that flowers are important to you. I know that flowers have always been important to you. And as I come through, I feel very, very emotional. I do feel with him, I've got a problem with the hip. My darling, would you understand a problem with your hip? Yes. Yes, because I did feel that it was your hip, and I know that I'm sending lots and lots of healing and love for that, to ease the pain, all right? And also, my lovely, I have to say to you that he's here just to give you reassurance, because I know around you there is reassurance needed. And I have to say that your message for today is take one day at a time, my lovely. And I say God bless you. And coming back to the screen, I now have another gentleman that's coming forward, and as he comes forward, I'm quite I have a broad chest. I'm quite a big guy. I feel that I'm about 5'10", 5'11" in height, so I'm looking up to this man. To me, he's like a big bear. I know that he would have cuddled. I know that he would have hugged. I know very much that he was a dad and a granddad. I know very much that he would have gone to the world of spirit with a heart problem, because I'm getting pains right across my chest with this gentleman. I do feel that it was quite quick, and I do feel that, you know, he was oblivious. Maybe he understood the pain for a little while but didn't do anything about it. But I do feel that once this diagnosis was given, this heart condition, it wasn't too long before I pass over. I am trying to connect with, I feel that I'm trying to connect with a partner, whether it's his first partner or second partner, I'm not sure, because he's giving me the number 2. So the number 2 is coming in very strongly here. Also, I feel very much like the person that I was with secondly. So no, I do feel that there were 2 partners with this gentleman, but I feel that the second partner is still here. And I want to say that I've got to say to that partner, I'm sorry, because perhaps they didn't get as long a time together as he would have hoped. So Dominic, you're understanding this at the moment, okay? So would you understand, Dominic, with your grandfather, that he would have had two wives or 2 partners, and certainly the lady that he left behind would have been devastated over his passing. Also, well, would you understand that it also caused a fraction between the family? So I do feel that there was a separation of some kind. So whether it was between you and him, or some of the family and not all of the family, I'm not sure. But I do feel very much that there was a separation of some kind. Okay. Okay, bless you. Thank you for that confirmation. Okay, so Dominic, would you understand, my lovely, that you have a problem with an elbow? Because I have pain in my elbow. If it's not yours, my lovely, it's got to be somebody very, very close to you on the earth, because I'm getting a strong pain in my elbow, and it feels very much like a tennis elbow. So whether I've had to have a cortisone injection before, I'm not sure, but I do feel that I've had treatment for my elbow before. So would you understand that, Dominic? But also, I feel very much with you, Dominic, that it's this virtual services and things have opened your eyes. And I want to say, opened your eyes to the point where you are quite enthralled about all the messages that come through from our loved ones in the world of spirit. I also feel that you send out lots and lots of healing. Absent healing is what we do by prayer or just asking and what have you. You have a medical condition. Okay, thank you. That gives you pain. It's your daughter. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Thank you, my darling, for acknowledging that. Right, with you yourself, Dominic, I have to say that your granddad is here supporting you. He does come and visit your home, and I do feel that he moves a picture in your lounge. There is a picture in your lounge that he makes cockeyed. So please look out for that and know that it's him, and then start talking to him, because he wants you to communicate with him. And I do feel that perhaps you feel a bit daft or whatever. Well, let me tell you, we've all felt like that at different points in our life. So please start talking to him. And the message that he is giving you, my lovely, is it will happen. So I don't know what that private message is. I feel that's just between you and him. And the message that he is bringing for the lady that is still left, if you can deliver it, is, I'm sorry that there was no time for goodbye. So I don't know whether you're able to pass that message on, but that's what he's giving me very sincerely. So I say God bless you, and thank you very, very much. Yeah, okay, so he moves your picture. Okay, that's lovely. And he turns the kettle on and the lights on. Well, you see, he was a mischievous man in this life, and he hasn't changed any. So that's why he's doing that for you, Dominic. So take his love, my darling. And I say, God bless you. Thank you for working with me. Can you do one, Anna? Right, over to Anna.
Hello, it's like musical chairs. I've a lady with me, and she's giving me quite a lot of pain in the area just above my belly button. And I think she may have suffered with ulcers, stomach ulcers, a message for you, Emily. Stomach ulcers all throughout her adult life. There was a lot of drinking of milk and eating yogurts, trying to sort of calm the ulcers down, but it really is very painful. But I do also feel that this lady was quite a heavy drinker. So reminding me a little bit of my own mum, and any of the mediums that are watching now that have brought my mum through know that she was a very sociable lady, and this lady's coming through exactly the same. So like to be in the pubs, in the, you know, when I say clubs, I mean working man clubs, like to be in the pubs and clubs, like to be the centre of attention, always there with a quick wit and a joke and a story to tell. But the years of this socialising has brought about some health issues for her. I don't believe that the ulcerated stomach is what she passed from, but it was certainly what gave her most discomfort later in life. Quite a small lady. I've got another feisty one, so thank you, Richard. Yeah, another feisty lady. They seem to be coming through to me today. Quite a, and I find this difficult, I'll be honest, when I can't see the person that I'm giving the message to, but she led a fun life. It was a difficult life, Richard. I don't know if you can take that. It was troubled. It came with its troubles, and some of those troubles were brought on by herself because she didn't always make the correct choices. She didn't always take the right path. She always meant well. Her heart was always in the right place, but it often led her in the wrong direction. She always managed to find her way back. I believe that she was married more than once, and in her first marriage wasn't particularly happy and wasn't particularly well looked after. And I also feel that spirit side, she is with a child. Thank you, Richard. I feel that she had quite a lot of monetary issues in life, and that was a worry to her when she passed because she didn't want those monetary issues to move on to her family. She wanted to be able to provide for her own send-off. She wanted to be able to put things in place, and she wasn't able to, and for that she is sorry, but there was absolutely nothing she could have done about that. She's making me, as I'm sure you can all see, be very animated. I feel like she was a very animated woman. She would be the lady that walked in the room and, you know, she would talk to you with her finger first. Very, very animated, very vivacious. But she also had pain in her hands. I don't know if it was arthritic pain in her hands. But yeah, I mean, she's coming through to acknowledge the life that she led, to acknowledge to you that although she knows you are aware of the troubled life that she led, it was a happy one for her. And that people have questioned since her passing, is she passed in happiness? Is she passed being regretful? And she didn't. She wasn't regretful. She knew that she could have made different decisions, but she didn't regret any of it. She had a wonderful time. So that's her message to you today. Along with the message, Richard, that you also shouldn't live in regret. You should also make decisions from here, from your gut. So if it feels right, do it, take the chance. And it might be wrong, but take the chance, because you'll always, like her, find your way back to the right path. We all have to take a chance sometime. And that's my message to you, Richard. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a little girl that's coming forward. And as this little girl comes forward, I know that I've got long blonde hair. I know that I've got blue eyes. I want to say that she's about 6 or 7, but I mean, please give me leeway on that, because children grow at different times. I feel that this young girl would have gone definitely in a hospital condition, and I do feel that she was in and out of hospital for quite a lot of her life. I do feel that there's pain throughout me, and I do feel that I had tubes always in and out, in and out. But I was happy. And I want to say that, you know, my mum and dad loved me. And it was very, very hard for them, because I let go of life easily, and I accepted that that was my passing, but they found it very, very difficult. But we did have those conversations. So I do feel that somebody connected to this young girl is here, and I do feel that she wants to just say, she just wants to say to her mum or her dad or whoever it is that can pass on this message that I'm happy and I accepted that that was how my life was. I'm trying to get from her what her actual passing was. I do feel that it was to do with her lungs, because she's got tubes coming down and through into her lungs. So I do feel that there was a build-up of mucus or something, and obviously that had to be drained on a regular basis. So that's how I feel with her. Can anybody take this young girl at the moment? No? Okay. I've got to say from this young girl that she is, she's dancing, and it's like I'm doing Ring of Roses. So I know that people would have done the Ring of Roses with this young girl. I also know that she would have she would have loved to sing. She would have loved to sing. So the nursery rhymes from her very early childhood would have gone through her, and she would have still sung them at 6 and 7. You know, she's so. Oh, okay. Sorry. You see, I'm so engrossed in watching the screen that I've forgotten poor old Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. I'd love to come to you, Kelly, so you can understand this young girl. And she wants to say to you that I know that life has been tough for you. But she has such happiness about her. And I know, because I mean, I haven't seen you for a long time, but I do know that in your heart, my lovely, you have a lot of happiness within you. And I know that you express that happiness quite a lot. And she wants to just say to you, be happy, be happy, be happy. And I know that generally, I mean, obviously Stephen might tell me that I'm wrong here, but I know that generally whenever I see you, you are always sort of giving that opinion of being happy. But she wants you to have her happiness too. And she kisses you on the cheek just to say, enjoy the sunshine. And friends, I feel that we're going to have some sunshine now. So isn't that lovely? So take her love, Kelly, and mine. And I say, God bless you. And I'm sorry? Yes, please do.
You were right about her size. She was about the size of a 7-year-old.
Right.
Actually 13. She had cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis, sorry. You see, I'm getting old, I forget these conditions, but yes. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Good day to you, Kelly. Thank you so much. While I'm here, I know that I have to come to Phil, and as I link with you, Phil, I have your dad in spirit here. I know that he's a military man. I know that he's like you, very tall and very gracious. But I do feel that he learnt the hard way. Would you understand that he learnt the hard way? Yes, and I know that you've had lots of good things happen in your career. But I also feel that there was a turning point within that. Now, I don't know this about you, so please tell me if I'm wrong. But I also feel that when that turning point came, it gave you other interests which have perhaps indirectly led you to this church. But I also know that from now on in, you know, those doors have opened, and I feel that virtually you have increased whatever it is. You know, I mean, I know that you're a trance medium, but I do feel that you would have increased whatever you've been doing, and I feel that you would have taken it a step further, or you're looking to take it a step further. Because what he's also saying to me is, it comes to all those that wait. And maybe you're thinking, oh, it's been a long time that I've had to wait, but I know that now the time is right. And that's what he's saying. He's saying the time is right. And maybe now you've got time to be able to move that forward, where before you wouldn't have had that time. So please take his love, my darling, and mine. And I say, God bless you. I also have, as I'm speaking, I have a lady that's coming forward, and I know that this lady is crippled with arthritis. Again, I'm gasping for breath. So I don't know what takes her over. I do feel that it's the respiratory problem that is taking her over, but I also feel that I am full of arthritis because every part of my body hurts. And I am so agitated is the word that she's giving me, because I feel that I'm useless. I can't do anything. And those around her loved her and tried to help her as best they can, but she became more and more within herself. I feel that she sort of shrunk a little bit within herself. So I do feel that this lady is a mum. She's not showing me grandchildren, but I know that she's a mum, and I do feel that she would have been quite a rounded lady. Again, I don't feel that she was overly tall, but I do feel that she would have walked with sticks at the end because her arthritis was just so bad she couldn't move forward unless she had the help of her sticks. I feel also very, very much with her that she could be grumpy. I have to say she could be grumpy, but it wasn't necessarily because she was just a grumpy person. It was just her condition made her feel so awful that she didn't have much light in her life. However, going back to her earlier life, and she's now showing me herself with lovely dark hair, a bit like my friend Anna's, you know, a lovely curl to it, quite a vivacious lady, somebody who would have loved to sing. So I know that this lady, even when she had the arthritis and she was really grumpy, she would still sing. So I feel that when she was in the bathroom, you know, she would have always found a song. So that's very important for me to say to you. And also, I feel with her that she begrudged having help in the bathroom. So she would have taken quite a while, but she would have always managed to sort herself out, as it were, because she was a very proud lady, very, very proud as well. She shows me a lovely ring. I feel that this is her wedding ring, and I do feel that it's quite a thin band of gold, but it also has one diamond in the band of gold. And she's also bringing to mind the record band of gold. Now, I know that's a really old record, and I'm rubbish with artists, so whoever this is for will have to look that up. But also, I feel very much that she's trying to connect. I feel that she's trying to connect with a daughter. She keeps saying daughter, daughter, daughter. So I don't know if anybody can accept this lady, but she very much wants to say, I'm so sorry for all the pain. All right, okay, Caroline, bless you. I do feel that she is trying to say to you, Caroline, I'm so sorry for all the words that I spoke to you. I really, really didn't mean them. And I know, Caroline, that you have a very, very open heart, and I know that you didn't take it the way she thought, you know, you should have, because if it had been the other way round, she would have most definitely been offended by it. But I do feel that you were very gracious and said, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And maybe you'd have gone away and cried later, and that's fine. But she never meant all those harsh words that she gave to you. So she has come through to say that to you. She's also talking about a daughter, my lovely. So would you understand a daughter yourself, Caroline? I mean, you look very young to me on the screen, but hey, she's talking about a daughter. So I do feel that she's talking about your daughter, and I do want to say that with your daughter, I feel that she's a little minx, but she has this lovely, lovely, kind heart, and I do feel that she's saying, Okay, bless you. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. But would you understand why she's talking about your daughter? Because I feel that the message that she's trying to get over to you is that she's here, a stepdaughter. Okay, well, I feel that she's trying to say that she wants the stepdaughter to toughen up a little bit. So you're there, if I might say, to toughen her up a little bit. And that's not because you're a tough person, because you're not a tough person. You know, you've got a very, very kind heart, but your mum wants you, because this young girl has got a lovely kind heart, she doesn't want that to be used in the wrong way. So she wants you to toughen her up in that way. But I mean, obviously, I know that you show her that you care about her, and I know that you're kind to her, but she's just saying, you know, make sure that you toughen her up a little bit. So I hope that makes sense to you, my lovely. Right, the other thing I get with you, Caroline, is that I do feel, my darling, that there has been some lower back pain. So she's just making me laugh because she's bending my knees. She's making me bend my knees. You know, we get out of the habit, do we not? When we're doing things, we should always bend our knees. So she's just making me aware that you should be bending your knees. So when you reach down to get something, make sure you bend your knees. Otherwise, your mum will be on your case. All right, or your nan, whichever it was. And also, my lovely, I've got to just say to you that there has been a frustration around you, and with that frustration, she is saying, one day at a time, one step at a time, and that most definitely is your message for today, my lovely. So I hope that makes sense to you, and I say, God bless you.
Just one more.
Just one more. Do you want to do it? Yep. Okay. Just one more. So, okay. So my last connection, I have to say to you that I have a gentleman coming in, and this gentleman is so full of love. He's a real gentleman. He's somebody who would have opened car doors. He would have always waited for the lady to go in front of him. He would have always had time for everybody. I do feel that he's trying to connect with his wife. I do feel that he very a smart man, would have liked wearing a suit and tie. I don't feel that he always wore a suit and tie to work, but I do feel that he liked to dress up. He liked to put his glad rags on, is how he's saying it to me. And I do feel that he and his wife would have enjoyed right, okay. I don't know whether this is a Masonic type of event that he's showing me, but I do feel that I'm very dressed with my bow tie, my dress shirt, and my dress suit, and my good wife would have had a long gown on her. So he's showing me an event like that. So I feel that that was quite a regular occurrence with him. Stephen, oh bless you. Okay, thank you, Stephen. So as he comes forward, I feel that he is such a giving kind of gentleman. You know, he would have always given throughout his life. And I do feel that he, you know, I know that you're a giver, and you might say, well, I'm not so sure about that, but I have to confirm that yes, you are a giver. And it might not be with money, it might not be with time, but I know that you give thoughts, my lovely, and that's what he is congratulating you about. He is saying to me that he is so proud of the man that you have become. So I don't know how long he's been in the world of spirit, but I just know that there is a great love from this gentleman to you, my darling. And what he's saying to you is he's got a funny sense of humour, because he's shown me a frog, and I said to him, why are you showing me a frog? And he's giving it to you as a pout. Sorry?
It's his dad. His mum hates frogs.
All right, mum hated frogs, but dad loved them. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So, you know, he wanted us all to have a laugh, did he not? So please accept that frog, because obviously it makes sense to you. And I'm delighted that he's come through. But he's...
Well, my surname's Mason.
Oh, your surname's Mason?
Yeah.
Okay.
My old boss my dad's boss wanted him to be a Freemason, and he said, I don't need to be a Freemason, I'm already one.
Okay, so I don't know if you got that, friends, but Stephen is saying that his surname is Mason and that his dad's boss wanted him to be a Freemason, and he said, I don't need to be because I'm already a Mason. So with that, I say good day and God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Mary.
It's his birthday today, so.
Oh, it's his.
Oh, birthday. Oh,
That's birthday,
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you very much, Anna. I nearly fell over then. Too much Holy Spirit, I think. It's probably your dad, Stephen. He's pushed me over. Because I'm a Freemason, he doesn't want me to be one. Well, friends, some of you may have seen me on my phone quite a bit during the service, and I've received a lot of healing requests. And we've got a lady called Rita, and she's asked us to pray for a family that are in India. Sophie, Jingo, John, Tony, Celine. If we could pray for them, they're all in India and they've possibly got COVID, so we figure them. And also during the service, something wrong with my phone, I think slow, but we also, Lorna, who comes here, her husband Mick's not at all well, so we can send healing to Mick as well. So thank you very much. Next week's medium, I'm just going to check, say I got his name right. Oh dear, I'm doing these things, I shouldn't be done, should it? Hang on. Paul John Lashbrook will be our medium next week. He's from Plymouth, and I think he'll be doing psychic art. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll advertise that more next week. Before next week. And let us be grateful for what we've had. A lovely day here. We've got about 8 people here. I'm hoping perhaps we can get a few more in the next couple of weeks. I'll talk to Jackie during the week and let you all know. And perhaps some of you, if you'd like to come back next week, would you like to come? You're more than welcome. So it's an extra £5 each. I've got to go back to Malta on holiday, so I've got to pay for it somehow. I'll invite a few other people so we can get an idea how far we can stretch this out. Perhaps you can speak to Alwyn, see if Alwyn would like to come. Not to play, just to visit. Not to play, just to visit. Richard, give us an idea who's on today. You got Sunday Sofa? VIP night, it's at 8 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, 8 o'clock VIP night. Please join that, friends. It's a great, worthy aspect to the church. Jackie's got her friendship club here on Zoom on a Wednesday, and Thursday her psychic picnic. She'll be doing that as well. The psychic picnic I know is evolving and changing a little bit. So Jackie, those who join she'll be able to explain what's happening there. Once again, thank our producer, Richard James, for today. I'd like to ask Mary to close our meeting with prayer. Oh, Matt and Kirsty are back tomorrow, friends. So that's good. I'm glad they're feeling better.
Oh, that's lovely, because I know Matt and Kirsty, so I'm glad they're better. Okay, friends, so thank you for joining us today. And if I can ask you to just take a breath and close your eyes. Heavenly Father, Divine Spirit, we thank you for all our friends, family, acquaintances, loved ones that have come from the realms of spirit today to be with us. We ask, dear Father, for all those messages of love to be in our heart and taken, all that kindness and that love to be taken into the greater world, especially at the moment in India and also Yemen and other places that are suffering so badly. We also ask, dear Father, that the love that we've shared, please put a circle of light around each and every person that's joined us today, and that light and that love be taken into the greater world, because the world is not such a big place. We can all connect, we can all be together, and we can all share in love and kindness. Please keep us all safe and in your keeping until we're able to meet again. Amen.
Amen. Well, to you all out there in virtual world, thank you for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the service. Please don't forget to keep in contact with Spiritual Psychics TV. There's a lot coming on and a lot they're launching, and they're a great aspect to spiritualism and the spiritual and psychic movement. Friends, good morning. God bless you until we all meet again. Goodbye.